Hello, are you looking for my private client group? Are you looking for more profit with less stress? Do you want to scale your business to the next level? My name is Thomas Orths, and I guess you're an entrepreneur, a business owner. And the fact that you look at this specific message tells me that you are eager to explore how to become a member in my private client group. Now, what do you expect? Me giving you a pitch on the benefits of the membership? You know what? Chances are this is not for you anyway. And this is not just a tactical pushback or takeaway clause. It's my genuine opinion, and here's why. When people hear client group, very often they instantly they think about mastermind group, which is not how my private client group operates. There's a subtle difference, and I want you to get this. So the motives why members join my exclusive private client group are not that they seek to connect with like-minded entrepreneurs, or they want to exchange recipes for success, or they want to get to town to network and get more contacts. No, of course my clients synergize and they exchange experience, but the genuine reason they buy a membership is to figure out two things: more profit with less stress. And that's exactly what they will get. They gain a multiple return on invest, which means the money they put in, they get back out and more. It's a no-brainer. And maybe you notice one thing. Here is no disclaimer. I don't need one. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm capable of. If I select you as a private client and you implement my prescription as I diagnosed, if you do as I say, you get a multiple return on invest. End of the story. Furthermore, you probably enjoy the ride because we not only want more profit, we want less stress. So the synergy between the client group members, the learning from each other, they are just a side effect. Let's talk about my 100% certainty. Why am I so certain? The reason is quite simple. There's three components. There's you, there's me, and the both of us. And 1 + 1 equals more than 2. So first of all, let's look at you. I've got confidence in you. Because if you make it through that application process, you have already proven that you have forward momentum. And that's a marvelous thing to have. When you come to the table with a turnover of 500,000 to 5 million, you've got something there. You've got a vehicle, you've got moving parts, you've got conversion rates, you've got cash flow, you've got turnover. You're not a beginner anymore, thank God. And you probably got rid of the naive hopes to get rich overnight. You're not searching anymore for the magical bullet. Maybe you had some home runs, some success, and therefore you are hungry for more. And that's great. So that means the problem is not your attitude towards work. We can tick that already off. That's working. Maybe you can't see the forest for the tree. And you are just blinded by your business. You have this inside-out view. You can't see the options how to leverage your profit growth. You don't know what to drop as non-income producing activities. So let's look at factor number 2, myself. I've got 100% confidence that I can enable you to get the results you want, if there is a match between you and me. Why? Because I started my learning curve as a consultant decades ago, and I was always focusing on one thing: how can the client get more with less? I counted the other day 7,000 work days in the making. Every day I still get up and I want to do coaching and consulting. This is not just a profession to me, it's my calling. That's what I'm here for. Another way to look at it, 56,000 working hours one-to-one, consulting with others to simplify, to achieve more with less, to let go of the stuff that drags you down. And all of that leads to the essence, the ultimate formula. How can I achieve this? More profit with less stress. We take my experience, decades of experience, with your forward momentum, and that equals profit growth minus the stress factor. So in short, experience, forward momentum leads to profit growth minus the stress. It's a very simplistic approach, which is why it's so successful. And as it turns out, it's quite contrary to what others are teaching. Why? Because my main task is to ensure you make more profit with less stress. That also means I re-evaluate your entire business strategies. And this is different from the approach of other consultants. I don't give you a long list of the most recent hacks and shortcuts that you have to implement. Nor do I give you a bunch of brand new ideas to try out and see if it works. Because this only leads to more stress and confusion. Firstly, I invest time to find out precisely what are your desired outcomes, your goals that you want to achieve. Secondly, I find out all there is to know about your company, how it operates, It's like taking the whole operation apart, every part that's moving, to measure its impact. And therefore I discover which item is generating how much profit, which promotion pays off what dividend, which advertising pulls in how much cash flow. Most importantly, I'm also not interested in just top line growth. Instead, we look at what exactly generates bottom line growth. And also, where's your cash flow leaking out because of costly mistakes? How can we fix those mistakes? And when this is all done, I identify the one and only action step that you can immediately take to move the needle of your profit growth towards reaching your targets. And then we review and hit the repeat button. We decide on the next one thing that, like a domino effect, gets you more profit with less stress. This is a sniper approach week after week versus the shotgun. Maybe this is my secret weapon. You get measurable results and they are based on historical data. You see, there is no guesswork involved here. This is all based on historical data. It's rock solid. As I see it, there's two schools of consultancy. One, blind the client by complexity. The other, help the client by simplicity. Well, I'm doing the latter. I'm doing the simplifying bit. But I'm sure you've heard of the opposite. Consultants that master up comprehensive reports just to impress the client, deliberately driving up complexity. Well, I'm an antidote to that. I cut through the crap. My mantra is just one word: simplify. So don't be mistaken. It doesn't mean that what I'm doing is easy to pull off. For me to create those impressive results with you is by far not as easy as it looks. And to implement sustainable growth by engineering your entire business is time consuming and energy absorbing. So in order to do it really properly, step by step, applying the one thing that makes the biggest difference week after week, it doesn't just take 3 months, it takes actually a whole year. And if you want to collaborate with me for a whole year, here's the deal. When you sign up for a whole year, you get access to the collective intelligence of me and my team, a media buying expert, a technology expert, a sales and marketing expert, the whole unit. Immediately after sign up, this collective wisdom is available to you to make sure you can implement each and every prescription I give you for the following 7 days. And by the way, the experts I surround myself with have also spent decades with me in the industry. They are all real professionals. So we start with being crystal clear. How far can we go with that and how can we achieve that? Well, I call it the download. The download is in fact a process that is quite fun to do. We put our X-ray glasses on, we see through all the components of your business, and each private client who did a download with me said it was extremely valuable, just this procedure alone to start with. During the download, we define precisely what are your objections. We gather as much knowledge about your business as we can. We discover what's working well, what needs improvement. It's like a root cause analysis. What caused profit in the past? That's what we are digging for. And we dive deep, let me tell you that. It's like taking apart all the components of a vehicle to understand how each part helps us to reach your goals, or not. So failure to reach target, not an option. And by doing so, you gain insights, clarity, and focus. So in a way, we increase your forward momentum by doing the first thing that helps as a result of the download, and then you implement for 7 days, and we look at the results. So it's very short time results. 7 days is almost nothing. What's as important? My prescription, you need to fully understand it, and also we discuss this. Maybe there's slight things to adapt because of your business knowledge as well. So we collaborate. It's not just all about me and my ideas. My experience plus your forward momentum, remember, equals the profit and the less stress. So therefore, I want to be really supportive. I don't want to push you around. Your feedback and my input is vital to me. So as a team, we synergize, ongoing, and we build momentum by building on results. And after the first round of implementing the one thing, we decide on a pattern that works for both of us to connect and review on a regular basis. Because we need to identify the next one thing that will move the profit needle. So it's an ongoing process. So we build on the first one, we do it again and again, up to 20% over 8 to 12 weeks. So we continue compounding the outcome of what's working well, more profit, and we cut loose from all the unnecessary complexity holding you back. That's the less stress. So what are the best intervals for us to connect? Based on my experience, I would say one-to-one phone calls every 2 weeks. In those check-in calls, we discuss, are you on track? Are you reaping the rewards? Does your journey together with me pay off for you already? What about the stress levels? Are they going down? If not, and you feel snowed under, we refocus and we gain clarity. Any open question during the implementation? We come up with all the answers. We get you unstuck. We get you back into flow. Maybe you need fine-tuning of sales copy, additional tools in your box, even technical support with systems. Rest assured, this is the place you find support and solutions. You are not on your own. Next component, every quarter, exclusive private client meetings. Over 1 year, I also organize 4 private client meetings, once each quarter, where we can meet in person, in the flesh. You arrive with a specific goal in your mind for this 2-day exclusive. You've shared this goal with me beforehand. I come prepared to ensure that you reach that specific goal in this 2-day exclusive. And why are we doing those? There's good reasons. Getting closer to each other to increase the synergy. Getting to know each other on a private basis. Also, you get to know the other clients. We exchange all that is working in great detail. What are the needle movers collectively? And in this small exclusive group, this is really a special treat. We learn from each other, collective intelligence kick in. You go into great detail, you share your success strategies of your current business operations, and you learn firsthand from me and other private clients what works in their business. These are all actionable, sound advice steps, proven to work. Almost like on a silver platter you get them. The last component, every 6 weeks, video conferencing. It's a very private setting, it's small groups. I conduct video to support you reaching your milestones. So in a way, every 6 weeks with a limited number of clients, we check in. Very small groups, very energizing, and you gain 3 benefits. You and me will build stronger connections because of these Zoom calls. You join again forces with the winners. What are they doing exceptionally well? And you gain more insights how exactly your comrades are getting great results. So as a preparation for these live video conferences, again, we go through another download with you beforehand. We check your current status, the moving parts that you deploy at the moment. And the question is again, how can we compound successful tactics, more profit, whilst getting rid of all the clutter, less stress. So there you have it. It's a wide spectrum of supportive elements, perfectly orchestrated in my opinion, and you get constant access to me and my team. So one-to-one phone calls every 2 weeks, 2-day exclusive private client meeting in the flesh once a quarter, and video conferencing every 6 weeks. In all of those, we concentrate on the one thing that triggers a domino effect for profit growth. We put it all to work, we review and repeat to improve it even further. So measurable improvement over the next quarter, a multiple return on invest, measurable improvement over the next 3 quarters, the next 9 months, making it a full year, and again a multiple return on invest. So you can really look forward to this. If you are accepted in the application, you will be overjoyed because this stuff is working. And remember, this assignment is by invitation only. You get an invitation link in a moment, but beforehand, let me again warn you. Point number 1, this is a high ticket item. Point number 2, you have to execute my prescriptions really quick and share your outcomes, meaning you need to get things done. Apart from that, 2 more conditions. Point number 3, you come prepared to share your findings, not just with me, but also with other fellows, with other private clients. And they will offer you also their wisdom in return. Point number 4, your forward momentum as a business is based on at least multiple 6 figures annual, 500,000 to 5 million. If it's lower, you can still apply, but chances are high that you will be turned down. How do you apply? The application process is designed to remove the time wasters and the people that pretend. So step number 1, you click on the link further down and you start the application. You give us the information we need. Step number 2, I will revise that information. Step number 3, if I feel there could be a match, either me or my staff reaches out. We have a first 15 minutes call and we can answer all your questions and ask a few additional ones from our side. Step number 4, if we feel the chemistry is there, then we will do another 45 minutes call within the next 12 to 48 hours. And in that call, we do a download. It's not a sales pitch, it's a consultancy session. We do a download, and I come to the point where I can say with 100% congruency, I can help you to get your results. I would love to have you as a client. What other questions do you have for me? And then that's it. You decide. If you want to sleep over it, you do that. If you want to go ahead, you pass the application, and I explain to you the onboarding process. So therefore, be prepared. There's only limited spaces. In case you didn't know, I only work with up to 6 well-selected clients per group at a time. This is highly exclusive. So click here the button, and also I must say you have my respect for watching all this, sticking through this, and I guess I see you anytime soon. In case you're still unsure how it differs from a mastermind group, again, the big differentiator is me. For a start, I don't call it mastermind group. It's an exclusive private client group. And yes, there are others like you. Yes, they are handpicked, and of course they are impressive people, no doubt. But you also spend time with them to synergize. The main success factor is myself. I analyze your business and the numbers in detail on an ongoing basis. I diagnose and prescribe the one thing that you need to implement next. I make sure you follow through. And that's the process by which I get those results that are shared here with you. More profit, less stress, up to 20% more in 8 to 12 week cycles. You can see it this way. You almost get a massive discount on my hourly rate as a consultant, which stands at $2,000 for a one-to-one session at the moment. And you also get access to other business owners with forward momentum. Plus, a private client means that you earn the right to call, email, text me and my team whenever you need to. So you get it. There's no comparison to another mastermind group. There's a huge difference. So when you want to go ahead, click here to apply as soon as possible to secure your spot. They're selling out soon. See you there, and take it easy. Bye-bye.